Can a CPA become a millionaire? Well, personally, I think anyone can become a millionaire. And it's industry agnostic, meaning it doesn't matter what you do. It's whether you know the systems and know how to orchestrate a team, you understand cash flow marketing. So let's break this down. First of all, let's talk about how can a CPA diversify their income? I'm going to call it like revenue stacking, stack other additional revenues on top of other revenues. Second thing I want to talk about is just the depth that a CPA goes to. Smart planning, real planning, investing strategies. How does it all work? Or are they just what I call stock and block, checking boxes, getting their 100 to 400, 1040 EZs out the door up at April 15th, and then that's all they want. So some of them don't want to become millionaires. And the last thing I want to talk about is how they can focus on their business growth and their entrepreneurial efforts, and where I see big gaps with CPAs. Now, if I'm you and I'm sitting out there going, well, why would I care? And I don't want to watch this video because I don't care what my CPA does. I would actually use this video and I'm going to contextualize it in a way that this should almost be an interview for your CPA. Because if your CPA is not willing to grow with you and you're in my world and I'm teaching you the strategies, they're not going to keep up, which is fine because we're probably going to get rid of them anyway and come to our team. But if you like them, then you should use this as an educational video and send it to every CPA, every H&R Block, and every TurboTax person you know. There's my little marketing request. So send it out because this is real and theirs isn't. It's just not as effective. How can a CPA diversify their income streams? Well, first of all, they don't have to do just taxes. They can actually do tax planning, which would be either a quarterly or a monthly gig. So what is the offer that they're going to do? And then one of the first questions I ever ask CPAs or any financial services person is, what's the scope of their license? What is their full SKUs, meaning what do they all offer? And if all they offer is just tax returns, where like H&R Block is a tax return service, they're not really doing during the year planning, right? Beginning of the year, January, you start seeing all the ads until April 15th, and then you don't see ads the rest of the year. Where in our world, for millionaires and multimillionaires, those wanting to become, this is an active, engaged strategy. So if they're not those people, they're just not those people. So the chances of them becoming a millionaire is they might save their way in 20 years to success, but they're not going to get the 3 to 5 year plan done. So what else can they do? What else could you offer a current client? So yes, tax returns. Well, what if they did tax planning? What if they actually offered notary services? What if they offered incorporation services? Maybe they specialize in real estate or gas and oil, or like I have a very specialized cannabis CPA. So they can stack it and they can plan it if they want to. I just know for me, I don't want to be the most successful and most money in their shop. So I have grown up and grown up and grown up through my tax structures and tax people because I don't want to be the biggest player in their game. I want them to have already played the game that they can then impose and put those structures inside mine. Now, my team's a little bit different because I've integrated them. So I've grown a lot of them up into very advanced strategies because I put the teams together. So what can a CPA do if you're a CPA watching this or you want to really support your CPA to grow is revenue stack. What else can you do? If the client's going to buy one thing, they're probably going to buy 5 or 10 from you. The next thing is smart financial planning and investing strategies. So the real trifecta around getting a good tax return is how you make money inside the company, not as an individual, how many deductions your CPA tax strategist allows you to pull from that. Maybe you have to end up with 2 or 3 companies to get the best deduction strategy. Critical is how you invest. And a lot of CPAs don't pay attention to that. A lot of people don't pay attention to that. You need depreciating assets like oil and gas, like real estate, like aviation, like mineral rights, water rights. You need to buy things that have massive depreciation schedules. You need to buy carbon credit. There are so many ways that you can buy depreciation. You literally can buy depreciation. And people say, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, of course you don't know how to do it because you need a true tax team and an integrated team to do that. The other thing that CPAs need to be looking at is your corporate credit. What could you do to arbitrage debt? How could you use debt within the company to then get to the investments you need at the end of the year? So ours get really, really elaborate and not like in a negative way. You're like, oh, it's just so much I can't be bothered. You need to be bothered. I think that overpaying taxes is the biggest invisible pain that you have in your life. Most of you are just used to it. Yes, we all legally have to pay taxes. We all need to do returns. We absolutely follow the law. And why not pay the least amount possible if you're willing to actually have a plan that can be designed as such. See, a lot of you have things happen to you, you don't design them and get in front of them. You're not driving your revenue, you're not driving your tax return, you're not active in engagement about what you really want. You're just having things occur for you. So it's interesting. And then you wonder why you're a victim of it because you didn't engage. I call it lean in and learn. So to that point, I need you here. I need you on this channel 5 days a week. I want you to click that notification button. I literally want you here 5 days a week, watching each video, learning something about it. There's a learning journal in the link below. So if you want to talk to our team about how to work with us, there's a one-on-one session below with a gap analysis in the link. And you're going to get the first 3 chapters of The Millionaire Maker and submit it for your one-on-one. Have a conversation about what you need to do to either get ready or maybe you are ready. And we have 41 days. I'm filming this in October, the end of October 2024. We have 41 days to the end of the year for business, because all of the agencies are going to shut down well before Christmas because of the way the holidays fall this year. So this isn't I'm going to call it the last hour. This is I'm going to call now and make sure 2024 taxes come in really, really well for me. And it's a plan. And if your CPA doesn't do it, you better massively, urgently call our office, get on our team, get in our community, and let us help you with that tax issue, because it's a big one and you could avoid it. Here's the statistic. Actually reduced your taxes by $10,000 to $12,000 a year for 20 years. In just that period of overpaying for 20 years at $10,000, you'll have given the IRS $1.1+ million of money that could be yours if you would have paid attention to this in your lifetime. And if you are part of the mainstream media, they're the ones that are saying, oh, taxes are so scary. Oh my gosh, let somebody do it, or go grab TurboTax. TurboTax only has like 30 to 40, maybe 100 deductions on the more advanced versions. Schedule C, saying a sole proprietor, has 18 line items. Why wouldn't you do it right? Use corporate structure the way that we teach it. Use a tax strategies the way we teach it. Use investing strategies the way we teach it, and you win big. That's how the tax strategists that I know that I've coached their business win. So to the final point, how do they do business growth and entrepreneurial growth? They have to market, they have to sell, and they have to understand cash flow. So clearly they'll understand cash flow, but what I find is they do not know how to market and sell. So the last gift I'm going to give the CPAs is askrms.com for AskRapidMarketingSystems.com. Let us help you market, get enough leads. There's a ton of stuff you can automate on reports that you can give away, and then start going appointments. And with those appointments, you get clients that will help you grow from hundreds of thousands of dollars as a CPA to millions of dollars, but it's marketing and sales. If you have any questions, go to askloral.com, ASKLORAL. Ask a question, make a request. We'll be back tomorrow.